Why is... Hang on, guys. Why is... Okay. Is that... Why is... Oh. What is wrong with this thing? Oh, man. Oh, boy. Don't know what is... I don't know why it does that. Okay, I don't need this. That was loud. Yes, I know. Shut up. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, for better or for worse, we are live. I told you I might come back and do something else. Just saw Sir Spooks has a new video up, and King Frostbear has a new video up. We might, I think we're going to react to those, and we might react to a few more. We'll have to see. I'm not going to bother with, I'm not going to bother with the, dual screens. I'm just going to use the single screen tonight. I'll minimize YouTube every once in a while and see if there's anybody in chat. But yeah, we're just going to do it simple tonight, guys. So, and tomorrow I start job hunting. But the good news is I've already got a bunch of my resources dug up and found. So that actually cuts in half a lot of my work. So now I know where the employment agency is, and now I have a schedule of who's teaching who and when they teach it and what they're up to. So yeah, so wish me luck, guys. If you're not in the chat by this time, if you're not in the chat tonight, hey, if you're watching this later, if you're watching the live broadcast later, hey, thanks for dropping in. Thanks for watching it now. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Hopefully, maybe one of these days I'll have enough subscribers to where the chat's going to be full. But for right now, we're going to do a little live reaction. We're going to start with Sir Spooks. And no, I thought I'd give Sayaka-chan a rest tonight. By the way, of course, there's my yandere right there. Thought I'd give Sayaka-chan a rest. I forgot who drew her. My other yandere, but she's really great. I thought I'd at least do a little late reaction because I'm not really that tired right now. So we'll go from there. Yeah, Frostbear TV's got a new one. One of these days I'm going to try and see if I can't react to Mr. Nightmare. I'll try and see if I can't contact him sometime and ask him if there are certain stories he posted that I can react to. Let's see. Heck, I might even restart and we might. Oh yeah, Ladies of Masquerade's got a new one. I think we'll save that one for some other time. But yeah. Ooh, we got us a nuke. Oh, that's 4 years ago. Okay. But oh yeah, Chills has a new one. I don't know. That's a little long. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how I'm doing. This is 2324 and Frostbear TV is 2637. That might eat up our 9.5. We'll have to see. In the meantime, I don't want top chat, I want live chat. Okay. In the meantime, let's start off with Sir Spooks. This is brand new video. 9 scary videos that will fuel your nightmares. As always, links to the original videos, excuse me, links to the original videos will be in the description box below. As always, if you want to watch these without my reaction commentary, that's fine. You're not going to hurt my feelings. So, without further ado, let's get on with this video. You guys ready? I know I am. So, without further ado, away we go.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 9 scary videos. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more scary content. Alright, with that said, let's begin. The first video we're looking at today comes from the Ghost subreddit, posted by username Odiodius. It's been gaining traction ever since. In the video, we see footage from a home surveillance camera recorded around 4:30 p.m., sent to the uploader by his friend. While it starts out as a normal clip, it quickly takes a creepy turn.
Ooh! The basement door opened.
Out of nowhere, the basement door slowly opens by itself. What's interesting is the uploader says his friend has another video of something similar happening, so hopefully he'll post that one soon too. As for this particular clip, it's definitely unsettling.
Yes,
there doesn't appear to be a string, a draft, or any obvious trickery involved.
No, it doesn't.
And because it's daytime, the chances of it being staged for spooky effect feel lower than usual. The door opens gradually and with weight, not in the sudden way you'd expect if someone were trying to fake it with fishing line or push-off camera. That natural pacing adds to its eerie authenticity. Skeptics have pointed out that temperature changes or minor shifts in air pressure can cause doors to open slowly like this, especially if they're older or improperly balanced.
That's true.
That said, it's odd that it hasn't happened more often, especially if it's just physics at work. So what do you think's going on here? Paranormal activity or just a really well-timed environmental fluke?
Good point.
Let me know your theories in the comments.
See, this is what I love about Sir Spooks. He gives you a little taste of that something possibly being paranormal, but he also gives you a little bit of skepticism too. So it's nice that he does that.
Over on TikTok, a woman named Stephanie McKee posted a highly unsettling video showing something legitimately terrifying happening right outside her house in the middle of the night. In the video, we see footage from an outdoor home surveillance camera that, at first, appears to capture nothing but a calm, uneventful night. But after just a few seconds, it becomes clear that something very strange is going on.
Ooh, got you a ghost. Or it might be a trespasser.
A bizarre ghost-like figure can be seen wandering across the frame before vanishing into the night, never to be seen again. Stephanie says her whole family was creeped out when they watched the footage, and honestly, it's not hard to understand why. She also mentions that when they moved into the house, which they are renting, they found crystals placed above every single entrance. Her family decided to leave them there, and after seeing this video, she now believes that might have been a wise decision. As for what's really going on in this clip, it's undeniably creepy. The figure appears semi-transparent and moves with an oddly floaty motion, vanishing from view in a way that feels unnatural. Many viewers believe it could be something paranormal, like a ghost or spirit making itself known. Skeptics, however, have suggested a few alternate possibilities. One theory is that it could be a real person walking by, maybe a neighbor or passerby, and that the camera's low resolution and lighting distortion simply make them appear ghostly. The eerie glow and motion blur common to night vision cameras can definitely turn an ordinary person into something much more mysterious. Others propose camera glitches, lens flares, or even small insects caught near the lens. But none of these quite explain the shape, gait, or how the figure fades into the night.
Yeah, that's true.
If this was faked using CGI, it's worth noting that the illusion is impressively realistic and blends well with the video's quality. Nothing about it immediately screams edited.
No.
So what do you think? A spirit caught on camera, or just someone caught at the right place and time, distorted by the technology? Let me know your theories below.
It could be either one, actually.
This next TikTok video we'll be having a look at takes place right near the Highway of Tears. For those who are unaware, this is an extremely creepy place that, once you hear the backstory, is sure to send shivers down your spine. The Highway of Tears is a 720-kilometer stretch of Highway 16 in British Columbia, Canada, between Prince George and Prince Rupert.
And you remember, we reacted to something like this when we watched Lazy Masquerade. He covered some of the most dangerous roads you never want to drive on. This was it.
Since the late 1960s, this remote corridor has been the site of numerous disappearances and murders of mostly indigenous women and girls. The region is marked by a vast wilderness, limited public transportation, and isolated communities, making it particularly dangerous for those forced to hitchhike. The lack of adequate infrastructure and systemic neglect have contributed to the vulnerability of travelers, while the slow pace of investigations has drawn criticism from indigenous groups, human rights organizations, and the public alike. The video, posted to TikTok by a woman named Anita Naziel, shows her filming outside of a window on a cold and dreary day. It's absolutely bone-chilling. Just make sure to turn your volume all the way up.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
All throughout the duration of the video, you can hear what sounds like blood-curdling screams coming from somewhere very close by. Sadly, Anita doesn't have any clue as to what was going on here, but it's very apparent that something very bizarre was going on. And I highly doubt that the sound we heard was high winds or anything, as nothing in Anita's yard seems to be getting blown around. What do you guys make of this creepy video? Be sure to let me know down in the comments.
That is creepy. Oh man, yep, one thing's for sure. That's one highway I don't ever want to go down.
A Reddit user known as SL Beta posted a video to the Ghost subreddit just over a week ago and has been the talk of the community ever since then, and you're about to find out why. There's a good amount of context the upload provided alongside the video, but let's have a look at the video first and then we'll delve deeper into the backstory here. The uploader posted a video with this caption that helps to clarify things and give us a better understanding of what was going on. Quote, "My uncle who lived with my parents passed away in March. The door that leads to the garage can be seen opening on its own, and the light turns on once it's open. They've never had anything happen at their house currently until this last night. The door opening on its own wouldn't have made me think anything, but the light turning on got me. It's not an automatic light. When I listen with sound on, I feel like I can hear movement as well. His birthday was this past Sunday, and my mom's birthday was the day after, 25th. They always celebrated together. The timing is getting me too. My mom kept his dog and his room with all the stuff in it as is. I feel like it's him returning home. The video didn't give me bad vibes at all, but maybe I'm just being wishful that it's him. What do you think? End quote. Whether you believe in the paranormal or not, it's hard to ignore the deeply emotional context here. The timing, the birthday, the preserved room. It all paints a picture of love, memory, and longing. And the light, turning on just as the door creaks open, adds a haunting but oddly comforting element. If this really is the uploader's uncle making one final visit, then it's not just a ghost story, it's a moment of connection. One that might bring more comfort than fear. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Oh man. What a shame.
This video posted to TikTok by user Gima Pashra showcases a busy road on a rainy day, filmed in West Java, Indonesia, near the elementary school SD Nakarapuku. At first glance, nothing seems out of the ordinary, but that quickly changes in the blink of an eye.
Perhatikan bayangan di pojok kiri.
If you look closely, at the left-hand side of the screen, you'll spot what appears to be some sort of shadow person rising and running alongside the building. The video ends abruptly, leaving viewers to wonder what exactly they just witnessed. Unfortunately, the clip is extremely short and offers no additional context. The sign in the shot helped identify the location, but we still don't know who filmed it, or what happened after. Some viewers believe it could simply be a real person whose form was distorted by the camera. Security cameras, especially in low light and rainy conditions, often create odd motion blur or ghosting effects that can make people appear translucent or unusually fast. That could explain the shadowy appearance and why the figure seems to vanish so quickly.
Well, yeah.
That said, the way the figure seems to rise from a crouched position and bolt off without a clear physical explanation definitely adds to the creepy factor.
Well, yeah, I
It's
didn't
not
see
surprising
that.
this one left a lot of people unsettled. So what do you think? Was this just a trick of the camera or something more unexplained?
I think it
Let
was
me know down in
unexplained.
the comments.
Because if it was somebody's shadow, you would have seen it. I mean, sorry, dude. Let's look at that again. Okay. Sorry. Let's look at that again. Okay, I was wondering where to look. And I didn't even see the arrow a while ago. I see this and this, but yeah, now that I see the arrow, oh man, yeah. That's nobody's shadow, at least nobody over here. And there's nobody in front of the building, right in front of it, to cast a shadow like that. Yeah, I mean, whoa. Yeah, it's... Wow. Yeah, you really have to zoom in, actually, to see it. I mean, it took me the longest time. I didn't even see it, even after the arrow. Hell, I didn't even see the arrow. Wow. I think he caught it. I think the camera caught a shadow person. You know, I think the camera caught a shadow person.
Fast. That could explain the shadowy appearance and why
Yeah.
the figure seems to vanish so quickly.
Yeah, I think.
That said, the way the figure seems to rise from a crouched position and bolt off without a clear physical explanation definitely adds to the creepy factor.
Oh yeah,
It's not
absolutely.
surprising this one left a lot of people unsettled.
I bet it
So what do you
did.
think? Was this just a trick of the camera or something more unexplainable?
I think it caught a
Let me
shadow
know down
person.
in the comments.
I think it caught a shadow person. I'm just doing a scary place. Okay, yeah. We are definitely reacting to one of these guys. One of these days we're going to react to one of the Scary Places episodes. And we're going to react to Urbex Hill, too. New episodes only on Spooky Hour. Ooh. Number 4.
Reddit user the Captain's Chair posted an extremely intriguing video to the Ghost subreddit, accompanied by a good amount of context, making this one of the most thought-provoking ghost clips you'll see today.
Oh man, just one of the many ghosts who haunt the Huntsman Cancer Hospital. Oh man, that's just sad. That's just nobody deserves to have that. I wouldn't even wish something like that on my worst enemy. Cancer is no joke. It is a serious disease, and my gosh, oh my gosh, this is just oh man. Anywho,
According to the uploader, they used to work night shifts at a prominent cancer hospital in Utah, where ghost stories were a regular topic among nurses and security guards. The video itself is from 2016 and was shared among hospital staff before the uploader got a copy in 2020, so the quality is a little rough.
okay. What am I supposed to be seeing? Okay.
In the footage, a woman appears to be sitting in a wheelchair,
Oh,
wearing a
that's
hospital
what.
blanket,
Okay.
and visible through a window in the parking garage. But the space she's in is actually a stairwell, meaning she's technically hovering above the stairs. Quote, when the guards on the night shift saw her disappear from view, they rushed outside thinking she'd leapt off the edge of the garage.
Oh my gosh.
When they got out there, she was gone without any trace. They came back in and inspected the video closer and realized she was a ghost. End quote. The uploader says this was one of several ghosts known to appear at the hospital. This particular spirit was often seen by night staff in rooms 24 through 26 on the bone marrow transplant unit,
Oh my gosh.
usually seated in a wheelchair and staring silently out at the city lights. She'd vanish the moment anyone walked by and looked back. If this story and video are real, it's one of the most compelling pieces of ghostly evidence in recent memory. There's something especially eerie about the way she seems to simply exist there quietly without ever drawing attention until she's noticed. What do you think? Is this the spirit of a patient still lingering in a place that meant something to her, or just a well-timed illusion? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Man. Ooh, that's creepy.
Over on the Moon subreddit, Reddit user VampireSuck13 shared a mysterious piece of footage that's left a lot of people scratching their heads.
Love his username, VampireSuck13.
According to the uploader, the video was captured on the night of April 29th, 2025, at around 10:30 p.m. Pacific Time in Northern California. They explained that while sitting outside reading, they noticed what initially looked like an airplane light, but the longer they stared, the stranger things got. Quote, "What I saw was the crescent of the moon forming from a small point of light into a full crescent. As I continued to watch, the crescent dissipated to nothing. I called my son outside to see what I was seeing, and he was as perplexed as I was." End quote. Let's take a look at the footage and see if you can spot what they did.
I know. I have no clue what that. Because the sun has been set for a couple hours. No, that's not what a lunar eclipse looks like.
No, it's not.
Oh, what's in front of it now? It's got. What the is going on? What is that? What the? There's not a cloud in the sky. I can't explain. I've never seen anything like this. Yep. And now whatever it's gone. It's just a little star there now. Now it's gone. Thanks.
The uploader continues by explaining that the moon appeared and disappeared a total of 7 times.
Oh my
and then vanished
gosh.
for good. Even though it hadn't yet reached its official
Look
set
at
time,
that.
the moon didn't return. They stayed outside, waiting for it to reappear.
Look at
but it never
that.
did. Quote, "There were no clouds in the sky to obstruct the moon, and there were no fires that might create smoke." End quote. They even posted a separate video of the area during the day to give viewers a better idea of the environment in which this happened. As of now, no one has been able to definitively explain what was captured in this video.
Whoa.
Was it a camera issue, an obscure atmospheric phenomenon, or something truly unusual passing between us and the moon? Whatever the case, it's an unsettling mystery, and until we get an answer, it'll likely keep viewers wondering what exactly happened in that quiet Northern California sky. Imagine it's late at night and you're driving down the highway with only a few streetlights to guide your way. Most of us have been there, and we probably all agree it's unsettling.
Yeah.
Visibility can be poor, and one wrong move can lead to something
Excuse
terrible.
me.
That's why the following video posted to TikTok by a user named Jose Fierro is so chilling. It proves that literally anything can happen while driving in the dark.
Okay, before we go any further, let's look back at the other one. That is creepy. What in the world? It just disappears. Well, if that's the new moon phase, yeah, the moon would be black. You wouldn't see any light from it at all, but man, that is the way it's happening. That is just, whoa. That's just, holy moly, that's creepy.
Imagine it's late at night and you're driving down the highway with only a few streetlights to guide your way. Most of us have been there, and we probably all agree it's unsettling.
Yes, it is.
Visibility can be poor, and one wrong move could lead to something terrible. That's why the following video posted to TikTok by a user named Jose Fierro is so chilling. It proves that literally anything can happen while driving in the dark. The first video shows Jose cruising along like normal when something terrifying happens.
Whoa! What the actual... Oh my god.
Out of nowhere, a man, or possibly a ghostly apparition, appears directly in his
Oh my
path.
god.
Jose reacts just in time and swerves to avoid hitting it. Luckily, he escapes unharmed. Then, in a second video posted on a different day, Jose drives down the exact same road
Oh
late at
my
night, and once
gosh.
again, this happens. here that looks nearly identical to the one in the first video appears in the same spot. Whether it's a prank, a repeat encounter with the same person, or something more supernatural, it's undeniably eerie. Of course, some viewers have pointed out that it could just be a man standing on the road, maybe even someone trying to scare drivers. But if it is a real person, why would they appear in the same place on different nights, risking their life?
Yeah, I was
That's
going
the part
to
that
say.
leaves us questioning what's really going on here.
Yeah, I was going to say, that if that's a real person, they've got a death wish. I'm sorry. They're idiots. You know, suicide by car is not a good way to go. It's never a good way to go. Well, suicide is never a good way to go, period. Oh my gosh.
That's the part that leaves us questioning what's really going on here.
Yeah.
Whatever your theory, keep these clips in mind the next time you're driving down a dark and lonely road.
Gosh. Shouldn't even be out there anyway.
Over on the Ghost subreddit, a user known as Lucrine shared a video that was sent to him by his co-worker, who gave him permission to post it for the rest of the internet to see. In the clip, we watch some late-night security camera footage that shows a huge, heavy gate. According to the uploader, his co-worker said the gate is so heavy it has to be forced open, and even then, it's a struggle to do so on a normal day. That's what makes this next part so bizarre.
Can't see something. You see something. Whoa! I'm out of here. Oh! What the hell? The hell was
As
that?
you can see, the heavy gate opens all by itself, and the nearby cat immediately darts off in fear.
Yeah.
We always say animals can sense things we can't.
What
so
the
maybe
hell
this
was
cat picked
that?
up on something we didn't, and bolted before anything worse could happen. While we can't rule out the possibility of some sort of mechanical malfunction, or even a sudden strong gust of wind, the way the gate moves, combined with the terrified reaction of the cat, makes that explanation feel a little unsatisfying.
There's two of them.
Especially considering how much force it normally takes to open the gate. It's also worth noting that this happened in the dead of night, with no visible peoples around. If this was just a fluke, it was an incredibly well-timed one. Otherwise, we might be looking at a brief but chilling glimpse into something far more mysterious. So what do you think? Coincidence, mechanical issue, or something else entirely?
Yeah, and what were those two objects that darted out of the yard and out on the road once the gate was open? You missed those, buddy.
And that was 9 scary videos. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then subscribe for more scary content. My name is Sir Spooks, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Oh! Okay. Well, I'm awake now. Damn, I have goosebumps, dude. Holy crap. Whoa. Yeah, he didn't even bother to mention the two transparent objects that just zipped out one at a time once the gate was open. The hell were those things? Okay, well, all right then. Well, wow. Okay, that's Hey, Jojen, how's it going, man? Nice to see you on. Yeah, I'm doing a paranormal reaction. Yeah. How about that last one? That gate opening up and the cat running for his life, and then those two weird objects darting out into the street once the gate was open, one at a time. What the hell was that? My God. Oh my gosh. Hey, nice to have you in the chat, Chojin. I'm sorry you may be the only one, but I wish there was more than just you. But hey, I work with what I can get. So, nice to have you aboard, Chojin. Let's see. Alright, let's get back to it. Alright, yeah. Frostmare TV. Let's go to the scary videos you can't watch in the dark. Well, wait a minute. There we go. Alright. Scary videos you can't watch in the dark. Okay, you guys ready? I know I am. So without further ado, away we go.
Moving on to another puzzling piece of footage. A couple's dashboard camera recorded a truly mysterious event, to put it mildly. According to their account, the young man had misplaced his phone earlier that day while venturing into one of the cornfields alongside the road. After briefly searching, they headed back to their vehicle, completely oblivious that their dashcam had recorded something really eerie.
The hell was that?
It bears a striking resemblance to a woman hunched over. And what makes it even more bizarre is that she seemed to materialize from nowhere. Neither of them had any knowledge this incident had taken place.
Yeah.
They stopped recording purely by chance while reviewing the footage for something completely unrelated. Or was something more supernatural at work here?
Ooh. Man, I don't know where King Frostmare gets these videos, but damn. They don't call him the King of Creepy for nothing. A lot of the videos that I have seen that he has shown are scary as hell. Now, some of them are amusing, but some of them are like, whoa, the hell was that? This is one of them.
The following video stems from the Philippines and a pair of young women who had decided to walk through the forest paths, separated from their friends for a few minutes to take some photos. They never imagined those few minutes would lead to one of the most unsettling experiences of their lives.
What?
Did you notice? Someone or something can be seen behind them,
Oh.
as if it were following them. A strange shadowy figure trailing them as they ran down the lonely path. However, the most bizarre fact is that within seconds during a simple camera move, the figure simply vanishes. The women state that they never saw anyone in the vicinity. They were certain they were running alone, and to this day, they don't know exactly what it was that seemed to be following them on the path. Fortunately, minutes later, they would reunite with their group of friends and share their experience.
Oh man, I didn't even see
One
that.
of their companions, whilst reviewing the recording, was the one who noticed the strange presence and told a chilling story. They had heard from locals about the appearance of the unnamed one, a cadaverous person in a dark robe who follows hikers. Fortunately, they never stopped moving, because otherwise it is said that this manifestation makes you get lost on the path and traps you on its trails. Of course, this could all just be tales, but but they have simply no explanation for this weird sighting.
Whoa. Ooh, that's
Next
creepy.
was shared by Thea Taylor. They shared the recording from their security system that they have mounted outside of their house. And it appears that a person is popping up on frame all of a sudden, walking a little bit, and then disappearing, which kept their whole household baffled after seeing that. Well, let's see what exactly they could record here.
7/2 of 2020, who apparently caught an apparition going to the neighbor's house, going left to right by the trash cans, and in the middle of the driveway, this figure or apparition dissipates. And I've watched this hundreds of times, and nobody goes in the apartment. There it is.
Oh, there he is.
Walking, no legs, and she disappears. If you see, nobody is going into this apartment right now. And a vehicle drives by. Nobody. Nobody's there. The neighbor has left.
Whoa.
Nobody nowhere to be found anywhere. Very odd. What's your thoughts on that?
So, what are we seeing here? On first glance, it does appear just like a regular person, but then the shape disappears. You probably all have seen artifact issues that can be caused by these type of CCTV cameras. But a person vanishing in the middle of the road is really something else.
Yeah.
Is it maybe a real apparition that the camera could capture here?
Kind of acts that way.
Now we're looking at a video recorded by Corey333, who shared this clip on Reddit. He believes that he might have recorded the spirit of his deceased pet following his cat into a room. His post reads, "This is a video from my camera in my house. I used it to see what my cat gets up to when I'm gone. You can see my cat go upstairs, and soon after, something follows him. He's the only animal in the house. He used to have a small dog, but he passed away 4 years ago.
Aww.
Let's take a look."
There's the cat. Oh yeah, you can barely see it.
And then the recording ends. So, what was going on here? You can clearly see the cat go upstairs, and then there appears to be a blurry shadow following her. Can we believe the reports that this might even be the spirit of their deceased dog? It is likely. Or is this just a bug, or maybe some dust in the room? Let me hear your explanation.
I don't know. It looks... Whoa. Ooh. Hello.
It's really strange, but if you look closely, you can see a torso coming out of the floor, which is obviously not possible. The security guard is pretty sure that we are seeing a spirit here, or at least something non-human. But what do you think? I have certainly no explanation for this.
I don't know, man. Yeah.
Hang on to be sure that obviously not possible. The security guard is pretty sure that we are seeing a spirit here, or at least something non-human. But what do you think? I have certainly no explanation
Yeah.
for this.
Holy crap, dude.
The next video was shared by Tracy Paris, and the description reads that she was showing the following video on a family gathering, and it was recorded by a camera that two of her, I think, cousins have set up in their place. of stuff going on.
Ahí fue, mira. ¿Se ve cómo se movía eso?
Se cayó, levantó vuelo.
This was a rug.
Ah, yo, amigo.
Whoa, what was that? The hell was that? What in the world? And the door's opening again.
Oh wow, what's that? Look at the door here. The hands.
Whoa! I didn't even see that! What the actual hell?
How do we explain that?
I hope it's one of their roommates playing a prank on him. Cause I don't see a string on the door. What is that?
This is like the worst that can happen.
Oh my god, it's dragging him!
Full activity.
It's dragging him! Oh my gosh!
That's really weird.
Dang. Yeah, what is that? Yeah, the hell is that? Looks like a hand. All right then. Well.
This was captured by a worker during a nightly shift. He was just moving some heavy machinery to a new construction site. He was by himself at the time and didn't see anything strange. But based on his reports, he heard a weird scream from the neighboring fields, which caused him to pull up the recording after his shift had ended. And he saw something quite unique.
Whoa, what was that?
Some of his co-workers think that he might have captured a floating torso of a spirit. Or maybe another form of creature. He was pretty baffled and had no explanation of what we are seeing here, especially since it just shows up for a few moments before it vanishes. Super weird. What do you think we captured here? How creepy.
What in the... What? Okay.
Investigation of Seaview Asylum in New Zealand from Channel Omega. Seaview is known for its eerie reputation, especially among paranormal investigators. It was established in 1872, situated on the cliffs near Hokiata and covering around 150 acres. Like many other institutions of its kind, it has a dark history of rumored off-the-record experiments, extreme treatments, and other serious misconduct. The asylum exudes a palpable sense of negative energy throughout the entire property. There have been even claims that the tennis court might have been an unmarked graveyard. Despite this unsettling history, Omega decides to conduct an overnight stay in his quest to explore and uncover the paranormal.
So you obviously did appear in that window. So you obviously heard like the EMF went off several times, and he's appeared in that window. Yeah, you can see. Facing that window, you for it. Everybody saw that.
I saw nothing on the camera on my one.
At one point, late in the night, the team manages to capture a chilling moment that appears to be a ghost sighting through a window. If you take a close look at both camera feeds, it's evident that there's something in the window, and it's not just a stain on the glass itself. It's strange because the way the light reflects off, it suggests it's something other than a typical smudge. What makes it even more bizarre is that both cameras were capturing the figure from nearly the same angle. Yet for some inexplicable reason, this figure appeared on opposite sides of the window.
Really a ghost showing itself after I taunted it, or is there a clearer explanation to this one that we're all not seeing?
I'm not too sure what the hell that thing is.
This raises the question, was this actually a ghost, making itself visible to the team? Or is it possibly something else that they've captured that night?
Okay. Mute. Okay. There's your big problem right there. What the hell are you doing messing around with a Ouija board? Let alone a Ouija board that you made yourselves. Oh my gosh. Paranormal Rule 101. It's a cardinal rule. Never, ever mess with a Ouija board. Ever. I mean it, guys. Don't ever mess with those things. Ever. That's one of the things my late mom made me promise that I would never do. And she didn't even have to make me promise. I wasn't about to even mess with one of these things. It is a portal. A gateway. You know, you may be conversing with just a friendly spirit, or you may have conjured up a demon. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. No wonder they're having so much. Oh, God. You guys are dimwits. You guys are dimwits. Oh, my gosh. Jeez.
This was supposedly captured by a patrolling officer in the area. What had caused him to take a closer look at this house is unfortunately unknown.
422.
Window.
This place definitely gives out some creepy vibes.
Oh, shadow person in the window.
I keep seeing shadows walking by. What?
Now, this could either be some creepy editing, or we are looking at a shadow person. What that creepy laughing means, though, I couldn't say.
Oh boy.
This was another TV report which shows two officers as they were chasing down a speeding car.
Runaway cars across the carriageway. And caught it dead. You're next. Or you should be. There's no one outside, no one behind the wheel, and the van is locked.
Where's it gone?
It's magic.
In the back.
Wait, what?
You stopped thinking he's hiding in the back.
Are you serious?
Driver or passenger seat.
To their surprise, the car was completely empty and apparently locked.
So either the driver was hiding somewhere really clever, or what else could have unfolded here?
What the hell? Oh, okay. Okay. Two things. Either they were chasing a haunted van with a ghost driving it, or this thing is staged. I'm hoping it's staged, because that is creepy. There's nothing there.
The following capture was taken by a night guard in Mexico and shared by Pasillo Infinito. The night guard states that many of the staff are talking about really weird sightings that they come across, particularly in the midst of night in this old hospital. Even ghostly patients can be seen ever so often, roaming the hallways, although people are generally not supposed to be there that late at night.
The following case took place inside a supermarket in Mexico and was documented by Angel Alfaro, who works as a night market intern.
Supposed to be so often at night in this old weird sightings that they come across, particularly in the midst of night in this old hospital. Even ghostly patients can be seen ever so often, roaming the hallways, although people are generally not supposed to be there that late at night.
Okay, where's the...
I'm talking about really weird sightings that they come across, particularly in the midst of night in this old hospital.
Okay, Frostmore. King Frostmare. Where's the paranormal footage?
Even ghostly
it's just a night guard running around.
Roaming the hallways, although people are generally not supposed to be there that late at night.
I think you missed part of the video there, dude. Oh.
The following case took place inside a supermarket in Mexico and was documented by Angel Alfaro, who works as a night watchman within the facility. He had never before experienced anything paranormal. However, everything would change one early morning when out of nowhere he began hearing strange noises that prompted him to take out his phone.
Jenny, hoy sí voy a dormir mañana. Si pasa. Ya está, Jenny. Mire. A la bestia.
What was that sound?
A la vez mi corazón. Esta pinche ruidazo.
Yeah, okay, so he hears it.
Mira, banda, ¿se entendió esto?
What the? Sounds like whispering.
No, sácate.
Oh, look at the machine. Let's get out. Yeah.
Finds the paint machine turned on.
Yeah.
The machine might be programmed.
It might, yeah.
Caused the noise at the beginning of the video.
But why is it acting up? Why is it trying to mix paint where there's no paint? That doesn't make any sense at all.
That night would simply remain a strange event for which he found no explanation. But he also didn't want to investigate further to avoid feeling frightened during work. However, nights after, it seemed that whatever it was manifested again.
Y había
No, you're not crazy. That sign's swinging.
That sign was moving inexplicably, maybe an air current, but it's curious that only this particular sign was swaying, and none of the adjacent ones were doing so. But this wasn't the most disturbing part. The following early mornings would become increasingly intense.
Atrás de mí, güey, ¿no? No, güey, se empezó a estar todo bien feo.
Whatever was there seemed to be trying to communicate through electrical equipment. In this case, a speaker. It's quite odd a supernatural energy manifestation.
Don't give us a jump scare like that. What the hell are you thinking, dude? God. Oh, you dick. I'm nervous enough as it is already.
As to somehow
Oh
control
my
of these
God.
devices in order to try to attract attention and in many cases deliver a message to whoever is nearby. In fact, nights later, while this guard was talking on the phone and live streaming, something happened that he never even noticed himself, but people began alerting him in the comments.
Protección de activo, carnal. Pues sí, algunos pues depende, pues tienes descuento, 10% de descuento.
A strange moaning could be heard. Some thought it could be the spirit of a person who might have passed away in this place, behind him, and is trying to communicate. Others recommended that he take precautions because it could be the beginning of something that not only inhabits the supermarket, but could now be following him wherever he goes.
That's
Do you think this is
true.
possible? How else could we explain all this
Spirits
activity?
can attach themselves to people if you're not careful.
This footage dates back to the early 2000s and was reportedly shared by a group of friends exploring an urban legend. According to local tales, this house had been the site of numerous sinister rituals in the past, with spirits from long-forgotten eras still occasionally making appearances today. Naturally, the group dismissed these ghost stories as fiction. They focused their investigation on one particular room that, according to their account, gave them an unusual feeling. While examining the collapsed floor, something strange manifested in the background.
Oh, excuse me. Let's go back to that.
Background. While examining the collapsed floor, something strange manifested in the background.
What? I can't see it.
see-through figure emerges from the floorboards. It has two dark points where the eyes should be.
Oh, yeah. Now oh, yeah, I've
This
seen.
experience convinced the group they had encountered a genuine apparition.
Oh, yeah, we
Looking
saw
for
this
some
on
truth to
Nukes.
this. Perhaps those ghost stories weren't just stories after all.
Damn, that doesn't look like that looks demonic. I was trying on my hardest to look and see what he was trying to figure what he was trying to get at. Oh yeah. Hang on, mute the sound. Oh, got a hand. Dude, not a good idea. Let me look here. Nothing there. Nothing there. Not yet. There it is. Oh, it's late. Yeah, it's sitting up. Oh yeah, it's looks like someone died there. Yeah, it's okay, yeah, now I see it. I was even having a hard time seeing that thing on Nukes. It manifested and now it's sitting up. The guy looks freaked out. The cameraman looks freaked out. I mean, you can't see his face, but the gestures that he gives, he looks freaked out, and for good reason. That does not look normal. Oh my gosh. Holy crap.
This recording was shared by an officer who stated that they noticed something strange in the abandoned building across the police station. Their CCTV camera captured what appeared to be people, even though nobody was living there.
Ooh. Looks like there are two girls in kimonos.
It is pretty clear that there are two outlines that are not accounted for. How is this possible? As stated before, nobody was living in this building at the time. Was it perhaps two visitors from the afterlife?
Might have been. I mean, then you got that dark shape that moves in between them. Of course, you got a Potato 99 camera and you can barely see anything at all. Oh my gosh.
This is another strange CCTV recording which was captured in front of another police station.
What in the world?
They saw a ghostly object hovering around in the midst of night. What could this be?
I know. What? It almost looks like somebody riding their bike, and you can see the reflectors running around, spinning around on their wheels. Almost. But where's the rider? Where's the bicycle? Where's the person? Let's look at that again real quick. Mute this. Yeah, look at that. It looks like... Well, there we go. Now, this could be a video glitch, and it could be just somebody riding their bike at night. But, yeah, the way it just... how transparent it is, and then you've got the lights spinning around and around. That's exactly what they look like. They look like bicycle reflectors on wheels. And they, yeah. But where's the rider? I know it's kind of night, and I know night vision cameras just can mess up video. It can make a person look like a ghost. But yeah, where's the rest of them? Yeah, you can see you can clearly see the lights spinning round and round. That's creepy. Yeah, that's creepy. That's creepy. Oh my gosh, that is creepy as hell. A hand? Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, I listen. Yeah, Chosen. I listen to him. I watch him every once in a while. I didn't used to watch. I don't watch him nearly as much as I originally did. But yeah, I reacted to some of his videos recently. You give Frostmare a thumbs up. Oh, speaking of chills, 30 scary ghost videos. Damn. 30 ghost videos that will make you doubt your safety at home. Oh yeah, just what I want to watch. Oh, what the hell? You spoke about chills. Let's watch them. Let's watch them. Alright. 30 scary ghost videos that'll make you doubt your safety at home. Oh boy. Here we go. Well, I'm picking some ones tonight, guys. Boy.
Number 30.
Alright, number 30. Let's maximize this. And away we go.
Number 30. A creepy figure was spotted at an old villa near a graveyard. Published by Scary and Mysterious Stuff in April of 2022. What would you do if you encountered this figure in the night? Walking past the graveyard, the cameraman enters the grounds of a villa that is said to have been abandoned 2 decades ago. After the sudden passings of 3 family members, villagers claim to hear sounds emanating from the place at night.
Okay, first of all, I'd be asking myself, what the hell are you doing in a graveyard in the middle of the night? Shouldn't you be in bed with the covers pulled over your head, snug and warm and asleep? I mean, come on. Now, I got better things to do than wander out in the middle of the night, and especially in a cemetery. Oh my gosh.
Rumors of dark magic cast in the area also make these grounds forbidden. As he's exploring them anyway,
that's
he captures
great.
a shadow figure walking off. He walks after him but doesn't see anyone. Later, he hears crying. When he opens the door, he finds this holy terror. Can he escape it, or will this sound always be with him? I think this is the type of event that buries deep in the psyche.
Yeah.
Number 29.
It could be just staged, but man, why would you want to stage that in a graveyard?
Once you've investigated enough haunted places, you're bound to encounter a shadow figure or two. YouTuber Dennis from Dark Life faces off with one in this haunted house.
There goes one right now.
Yes, Gertrude.
There he goes.
Did you see it?
Yes, I saw that. It's very hard not to.
There's definitely something there, but it's not there for long. After it crosses the room, it vanishes completely. I think this demon won't reveal its full nature. At this point, he is but a shadow. Number 28. A group of friends are exploring an abandoned house, but they get no further than the front door before they get freaked out by a possible ghost sighting. According to the description, if you look closely at the right side of the window, you'll see a shadow figure looking at them. Take a look at what they've caught on tape and tell me if you see a shadow figure on the right.
No, that's a shadow, a shadow, a shadow.
Exactly. At first, I thought they were maybe talking about this shadowy figure down here, which is on the right like they say, but I'm pretty sure that's the shadow of the person holding the camera.
Yeah,
and what
right.
could be a glowing eye is actually light from their camera too.
Yeah.
Also, the person in a red shirt who sees the shadow figure is pointing in an entirely different direction. Like I said, I don't see anything paranormal in this video.
No.
But every single person in the comments says there is a shadow figure caught on camera if you look close enough. Just because I don't see it doesn't mean one isn't there.
I don't
Somebody
see it
help me
either.
out because I want to know what they are looking at. When you do see it, apparently it's really scary. Number
Well, good thing I don't see it then. Yeah, what I always enjoyed was when Chills would gather some stories that some of his fans or friends would send to him, and he'd read them, and he'd just sit down and narrate them. Those were like Lazy Masquerade would do. Those were creepy.
27. A man is videotaping an abandoned home from above when he catches what could be something paranormal as it dashes away. A misty black cloud snakes along the wall and trails off into the abandoned house. Veering out of sight, the cameraman zooms in for a better look but finds nothing.
If that's
I think this appears to be CGI, but the way the
Yeah.
cameraman behaves makes me think that it could be real. He stays focused on the spot for a little bit, then draws back and studies the entire area for more activity. He doesn't immediately stop recording like most videos. Number 26.
I was gonna say it almost looks like CGI, but yeah, the guy's reaction, I'm with Chills. It almost looks like it is real. Then again, he could also be staging it too.
Is this a shadow figure in the middle of a crowd of school children? Posted by TikToker Video Berkizin. Some believe that's exactly what it is. Others say it's just a general, but the scariest part of this video to me is this woman's absolute meltdown. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here, but she seems scared out of her mind. One TikToker in the comments clarifies things a little.
TikToker Feel Oy writes, "It's a true story and it's not a ghost anymore, but there is a black suit that stands in the Pashkiba line. There are a lot of people who see it. Ooh. So it's powerful enough to manifest to where everybody can see it. Ooh.
And now we see it too.
We see it too. We'll be leaving soon.
Number 25.
Ooh.
Are we being possessed by shadowy forces without even knowing it? Posted on Blah Blah's channel in January of 2022. This scary video is trending in the Arabic-speaking YouTube community. The footage shows a woman walking a dirt path along a hillside overlooking a city. She is carrying a bag and she's alone. As the cameraman follows a short way behind, a mysterious and barely visible dark figure comes toward the woman on the path. The shadow figure runs right at the woman, but she doesn't notice it and continues on her way.
Did the spirit possess her? Well, this captured our imaginations. As it turns out, after doing some research, I found the video is VFX produced by YouTuber Dark3.
There you
Still,
go.
The image will prompt you to look over your shoulder
Oh,
the
man,
next
look
time
at that.
you think you're alone. You never know what's behind you until it's too late.
I have to say, that's some pretty good visual effects. I mean, it's amateur visual effects, but it's pretty good visual effects.
Number 24.
Well, you know, even one of the big time directors one time at one of the Cannes Film Festivals or Sundance Film Festival or somebody, Independent Film Festival, one of them looked at the crowd and said, you know, guys, Hollywood's dying. You know, people are getting sick and tired of the same old, and rightfully so. You guys with your iPhones and your gift for digital graphics and all, you guys are the new movie makers. The future of movie making rests in your hands. And I think he's right.
This alleged ghost was caught on video rummaging around a property of an arcade in Dallas.
Ooh.
The phantom blob glides over the grass and quickly fits through an entranceway. It's pretty convincing to me. Here's a second video of it. This looks like a cheaper camera, but it picks up the same shape. The only possible explanation I have besides the paranormal is maybe an insect is crawling across the lens.
It might be.
Number 23.
But why would it be crawling across both lenses? That lens is viewing that way and the lens viewing that way. Why would it be doing that? Unless you've got two insects of the same type crawling over or each lens at the same time, which is nigh impossible.
YouTuber works security at a building that's so haunted he can't even get past to the elevator without scary stuff happening. It's gotten to the point where he records anywhere he goes because the place is seriously that haunted by paranormal poltergeist activity everywhere. The building has a nice gym room, for example, but it seems the equipment is always in use one way or another.
Oh. And I don't see any strings.
Weird things are always caught on camera moving around on their own when he's out of arm's length.
Para darles una sorpresa cuando vengan, que no saben que estoy aquí. Hostias.
But it is perhaps this haunted playroom area that sees the most paranormal activity of all.
Oh.
So that's a lot of freaky stuff to have happened, but he's been making videos for years, and I've saved the absolute scariest video for last. You're not going to believe this one because it's that beyond creepy. He lives alone and hears the voices of a family coming from his room.
What was the last one?
But he's been making videos for years, and I've saved the absolute scariest video for last. You're not going to believe this one because it's that beyond creepy. He lives alone and hears the voices of a family coming from his room.
Ooh.
Vamos a ver. Empiezan a escuchar ruidos aquí estos días.
When he calls into the darkness, he is answered by the shadow person sighting. The dark outline of a shadow moving in the small amounts of light coming through a crack in the door.
Hostia, la luz.
There's no doubt that somebody was in there with him, but was it planned, or was it a real ghost sighting caught on video?
Let's do this again.
Shadow moving in the small amounts of light coming through a crack in the door.
You just don't just peer into the crack in the door. Give us more detail.
In there with him, but was it planned, or was it a real ghost sighting caught on video? I think when you look at all of the paranormal video evidence caught on tape, you'll conclude that this place is really haunted.
Yeah,
you could be faking it, but I don't really see how.
No, I don't see any strings pulling stuff. Any at all. And I have been looking. I don't see anything like that. Yeah, quoting Jason Hawes from Ghost Hunters, I do believe the place is haunted.
Also, with barely any views on his videos, I don't see why he would continue for years on end, unless it was really happening to him. Number 22. Check out one of the scariest things caught on CCTV video at this haunted restaurant. It's a quiet Wednesday evening with hardly any customers, and only a few employees clocked in. No one is nearby when this glass lurches forward in a jerky movement. So subtle that it's hard to see at first.
Oh, yeah.
The manager zooms in because they can't believe what they are seeing. And sure enough, 4 seconds later, the glass moves by itself again and tips over.
Well, I guess the ghost doesn't like beer.
They think a ghost moved the object, but I'm not so sure. I know if the bottom was wet, then condensation could have made it move across the counter on its own. So is this a ghost moving objects, or just basic physics in action?
True.
The CCTV moment is too creepy for me to easily decide.
If there is condensation, and the bar is not that level, if it's off a little bit, then yeah, it could. That's true. It could slide off. It could slide off with the help of condensation and physics, and a slightly inclined plane. Slightly inclined plane. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that could be possible.
Number 21. A YouTube channel called Jaeger Expected is partying at a rental home they soon suspect is haunted after running some experiments. According to them, these motion-activated lights don't turn on unless someone is in the room, yet the lights come on here when the room is empty.
Isn't that censored?
I think the lights might turn on whenever the door opens, though, because when you watch it again, that's pretty much exactly what happens. So they could be wrong about the lights.
Yeah.
But next they hear a faint sound from far away. It sounds like one of those really old-fashioned phones that used to have an actual bell on top.
Everybody has their phones, right?
Everyone decides to talk about it again in the morning, and they go to bed, or at least they try. Strange sounds continue throughout the night.
The rooms had a strange feeling of shadow over them, but we were all happy to leave and hoping what we experienced the previous night wouldn't happen again.
Stuff that's hard to catch on camera, like a single footstep and nothing else. In the morning, they also have a bad feeling and feel what they describe as a chilly vibe permeating every room. Jaeger does a quick recording of every room in the house and picks up this figure, which I think could just be his reflection in a mirror.
Might be.
Or maybe not. Number 20. A man finally feels like he's caught paranormal evidence of his haunted basement.
Guys, I'm just cooking some food and watching the game today. I was just down to my basement, and the scariest thing that happened to me, I was down there and... Holy, did you guys just see that? You guys saw that, I just had those plates right there.
When he looks at the home security system, this sweeping shadow figure is what he's caught on tape. I'm not sure what to make of this, because the thought of seeing a shadow person in the basement is really creepy. This shadow figure could be CGI, but the uploader hasn't said a word if so. Do you think it's real? Number 19.
Whoa.
The Rolling Hills Asylum in East Bethany, New York is weird, really weird. So weird that it's classified as a paranormal research center now for ghost hunters. William Neville is exploring the haunted asylum when something strange and maybe paranormal catches his attention. This is what he's caught on camera and what's been haunting his memories ever since.
There's definitely somebody down
played in slow motion, and you'll see that his flashlight is off when they see the mysterious light in the hall. Liam and his friend are simultaneously frozen in place with fear and ecstatic.
I saw a figure at the end of the hall.
So did I. Oh,
Wow. I definitely saw that. Yeah.
Ooh.
They claim to see a shadow figure in the hallway, and I think I might see it. 59 seconds into the video. What do you think?
Yo.
Number 18. After the alarm went off at their cafe, Redditor ODHB went to check the CCTV footage. This is what they found. A dark figure moves into the corner and shortly after races across the room. The figure doesn't seem tall. Compare it to the table nearby. It looks like it's crawling on all fours. Some in the comments think it's a cat or a dog. They even say they see 4 legs.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, yeah. What?
But the figure seen briefly at the beginning of the video looks much taller. Could it be an animal climbing in from the window, jumping down, and then scurrying past? That would be my logical explanation. But even if it's not, I think we can rule out a bug on this one. Number 17. Delphi's Paranormal channel is all about summoning spirits with Ouija boards and other scary stuff, so it should come as no surprise when her house becomes haunted. She wakes up to a wall of home security system alerts, 2 of which occurred right before 3 a.m. Somebody's been trying the back door. The house feels spooky at this hour, so she decides to make a video about it. Or it's when her house gets number 7 if it's not, and scurrying past in
Yeah, let's look at it again. Sorry about that, guys.
It's a cat or a dog. They even say they see 4 legs.
Cat. It might be. Yeah, look at that. Well, now that it's paused, it almost does look like an animal. But the way the video's distorted, you can't really make anything out in the. You can't really make anything out. That's weird. That is creepy. It looks like something jumping down from the top, hovering for a moment, and then letting go. Yeah, it kind of does. It does. Let's see, yeah. That's
on this one.
I don't know.
Number 17. Delphi's Paranormal channel is all about summoning spirits with Ouija boards.
Why? What made you think this was a good idea, Delphi? You're an idiot. Oh. What are you doing messing with the dead? That is not a good pastime. Oh, gosh. Oh, my gosh. Oh, boy. Oh, the old saying is correct. Stupid is as stupid does.
And other scary stuff, so it should come as no.
Oh, and other scary stuff. So yeah, she's into summoning the dead and demons and evil spirits. Great. Nice.
Surprised when her house becomes haunted. She wakes up to a wall of home security system alerts, 2 of which occurred right before 3 a.m. Somebody's been trying the back door. The house feels spooky at this hour, so she decides to make a video about it.
Can you stand behind me?
What's that black thing?
She turns around only to find it's still there.
I don't want to agitate it, but it's like it's trying to show itself when I get mad.
A shadow figure in the corner, or so she thinks. I must be losing my mind because I can see it too.
Oh yeah, I can
its
see it
existence only
too.
makes the ghost more upset as she's about to find out.
Maybe it wasn't the ghost. Maybe somebody tried to break in. Maybe somebody ran out of supply. Oh. That. What the?
She runs into a well-lit room but can't resist one last look. Someone tell me what is sitting on the couch when she goes out to calm down her dog.
What are you looking at?
Ooh.
This might be a full-blown shadow figure apparition, head and all. Number 16.
Wonderful.
A YouTuber named Art.
This is why you do not mess with the dead. This is why you do not mess with Ouija boards. This is why you do not fool around and meddle with things you shouldn't be meddling with. Oh my god. Lady, you're an idiot.
Travis is exploring a haunted restaurant that used to serve Chinese food. The inside is extremely old, and the walls have rotted down to bare support beams.
Oh, what
he
a
feels
shame.
watched and grows increasingly anxious, and begins to talk loud and fast to himself in an effort to keep calm. Sometime during his nervous ranting, he makes a comment out loud about a spirit he sees standing at the top of the stairs.
I don't give 2 fat hours a set of stairs here, let's roll. They might not be stable. I just seen a figure up there, but I'm not asking on chasing him.
Nothing really stands on camera. Could this purple triangular shape be whatever it was he was talking about?
Oh no.
At first he says he's going to leave it alone, but up the steps he finds nothing but an old musty attic with a worn out floor. But there's more than that up here.
I just seen another figure there. 3 black spirits have seen them pass me now.
Aside from this white light that passes by at 3 minutes and 10 seconds, I do see some shadow figures. And the final shadow figure with white eyes can be seen here at 3 minutes and 22 final minutes and... Aside from this white light that passes by at 3 minutes and 10 seconds, I do see some shadow figures. And the final shadow figure with white eyes can be seen here at 3 minutes and 22 seconds. They're all about the same height, scattered around different parts of the room, and with all of them still watching, our Travis abruptly ends the video. Number 15. The Stroud House in Wake Forest is haunted by a shadow figure. YouTube team Just Ghouly Things believes they've captured this figure on camera. Watch closely.
I don't even feel defeated because I feel like I've just learned so much.
Becca enters the kitchen. That's the first shadow you see, but they've also captured a second, much taller one. I can't tell if this figure is just Becca retreating and just blocking the light differently. The figure does seem abnormally tall.
Yeah. I don't know what to believe right now. What is that?
But if it is a shadow figure, I think these ghouls better watch out. Things won't end well for them. Number 14.
Things won't end well for the ghost hunters either.
Look closely and you'll see a tall figure in a black robe looking through the front door of this home. And no, it's not Halloween. It's large and yet at the same time so hard to see that it might be nothing at all. I see it though. It stands there for a full minute without moving. Number 13. Bernie DMJ1 is deleting security cam videos off his Ring app when he sees something really bizarre walk across his driveway. Or rather, it's what he doesn't see, the presence of a reflection, but the lack of a body to cause it. A shadow passes in front of the car and yet no one can be seen. He says this is a ghost or a shadow figure sighting for certain, but I'd like to offer a non-paranormal explanation. Maybe this is the shadow of someone across the street.
It might
Number
be.
12. This footage was supposedly taken.
I like this. I like now how Chills is trying to debunk some of these, not just leaving in mystery. I like how he's trying to debunk some of the stuff now.
By a 911 caller and later edited to include his actual 911 call. The caller starts out by saying he's hearing some strange noises in his basement.
I think there's somebody in my house right now. Alright, we're gonna come check it out right now. What happened was I was hearing some strange noises coming from my basement. I tried to go down there and see what it was, and I think I saw someone standing in the corner over there.
And this ghostly basement sighting is what supposedly caused him to make the call.
So I'll show the officer when he gets there.
Look closely, and you will see that this does appear to be a shadowy figure from another time period. I personally see someone from the Victorian age, perhaps a woman with a large dress and oversized hat.
Oh,
He runs
yeah.
upstairs and makes the call after seeing her. Then again, if this video was real, then I don't know how he would have gotten a copy of his own 911 call. I could be wrong, but I think those are private records and generally unobtainable. There are also sound effects that are obviously put over the video once he sees the ghost, so maybe this is just a prank after all. It could be computer effects or even a mannequin.
True, that's true. Let's look at that again.
A 911 caller, and later edited to include his actual 911 call. The caller starts out by saying he's hearing some strange noises in his basement.
I think there's somebody in my house right now. Alright, we're gonna come check it out right now. What happened was I was hearing some strange noises coming from my basement. I tried to go down there and see what it was, and I think I saw someone standing in the corner over there.
And this ghostly basement sighting is what supposedly caused him to make the call.
Oh, yeah, there she is. I'm with Chills. I think this is staged, and it's a fake 911 call.
Look closely, and you will see that this does appear to be a shadowy figure from another time period.
Yeah, Victorian.
I personally see someone from the Victorian age.
Yeah.
Perhaps a woman with a large dress and oversized hat. He runs upstairs and makes the call after seeing her. Then again, if this video was real, then I don't know how he would have gotten a copy of his own 911 call.
Yeah, the police just don't dish those out for you to use.
Could be wrong, but I think those are private records.
Yes,
and
they
generally
are.
Unobtainable. There are also sound effects.
Well, I mean, they'll give it to like the news and all, but yeah, they're usually private records
That are obviously put over the video once he sees the ghost, so maybe this is just a prank after all. It could be computer effects or even a mannequin. Number 11. A man has been plagued by a demonic invasion that refuses to give him peace. On February 9th of 2017, he records not one, but two shadow figures ominously standing nearby. All you can do is hear his nasal breathing as he watches, stunned and trying not to scream, all while this heavy drape breathes in and out all by itself. Watch how it moves. That's not the wind. Besides, it was staying still for the past 4 minutes and 40 seconds prior. And you don't even want to see what's moving on his other window. I'll show you its true form in just a little bit. But for now, let's focus on a couple different incidences first. On July 22nd of that same year, he is turning over a crystal again and again, possibly in hopes that some of its protective energy will rub off on him. Slowly but surely, this bright spot begins to manifest itself before his very eyes. Starting at 1 minute and 33 seconds, hope turns to horror as the omen spins around to reveal a grinning reptile-like face that he's sure is the Lord of the Underworld himself. Its stony face shrouded in half-darkness. This ties into a separate incident 12 days earlier on July 10th. That's when he claims to have recorded what he calls a ghoul lurking in the bush outside of his window. When you pause at 3 seconds, it does look like the top half of a skeletal face that soon disappears into the bushes, black eyes and all. That definitely wasn't a normal animal, so what was it? It looks remarkably similar to the face seen in the crystal nearly 2 weeks later. Sometimes it would show up in the most unlikely of places, like the folds of a piece of fabric as shown here on February 15th, 2017. Do you see the creepy goblin face with a long nose, big ears and open mouth? I can even see an eye, and that's the more friendly of the two faces. This second one looks like two worried eyes and a mouth locked in a permanent screen. There's not as much detail and some of the features are disproportionate and misshapen, but it's still there nonetheless. So now that you've seen the demon's face a few times, I suppose you are ready to see the rest of it, and the rest of the original video. This is what he saw crawling into his home that fateful early February day. This upside-down creature is in fact one of the many beings who he claims to see on the regular. It's hard to make out exactly what this is, but it's harder still to disprove it, and it gives me a bad feeling all around. I tend to believe this video, and all of these sightings for that matter. He claims the quality of the video has somehow sharply deteriorated over time since uploading, and that the being at one point looked more detailed and even had horns. I don't see how this is possible for a digital copy to become less clear, but the colors do look muted here and apparently were brighter. So I want to know if you think that this man is legitimately seeing demons around his house, or if this is all happening in his mind. As much as I want to believe this is a delusion like some people think it is, I don't necessarily agree. The problem is I do see a lot of what he claims on video, so there's a good chance it could be true.
Oh man, if it is, that poor guy.
Number 10. A YouTuber named Sunny Cooper has recorded a shadow moving back and forth that looks out of place. Maybe together we can figure out what this strange shadow belongs to. It starts out going one direction.
Yeah, there it is.
Then it comes back the other way.
There he goes. There it is.
It almost looks like a rat or a small animal of some sort, but that still doesn't explain how it appears to instantly teleport across a large gap twice. I guess this could just be some sort of time-lapse editing, but something about the way the shadow moves looks like it was recorded in real time. Let me know if you have any explanation for what's happening here. Number 9. After setting up a still camera and a spirit box in this haunted apartment's kitchen, Other Side Research captured something unsettling. Watch the left side of the screen.
What is that? Demon. Oh.
Was that a shadow figure? Let's see it again.
Here you can clearly see something captured in the top left of the screen. It appears just after the spirit box seems to say the word demon. After going over this piece of footage multiple times, none of us can decide what this may have been.
It doesn't look like the usual suspect, an insect, but could it be someone off screen? Casting this shadow? Without seeing what's going on behind the scenes, I'm hesitant to decide on this one. Number 8. A photographer pulls his car over just outside of the Dera War Fort in the Pakistani desert. He keeps his dash cam running as he adjusts his camera equipment to get a better shot. While he is busy snapping pictures, a mysterious shadowy figure hurries down the road. No other cars or people are around for miles. There's no reason for someone to be walking this great distance by themselves. They get towards the end of the road and quietly disappear, which leaves only two possible explanations. Either this was a real highway ghost encounter or just video editing. Number 7.
Yeah.
Time to break out the sage again. Posted to TikTok by Ratliff Wife, this ring security footage was captured at around 9:30 p.m. in March of 2022. The video shows the front porch of a home. After a moment, a dark shadow moves across the camera. The shadow reappears several times over the course of a minute. Several bugs appear in the clip, but they are clear. Nothing looks like this shadow. The uploader says their dog was also growling in the room at the time this video was captured.
Yeah.
Did it sense something?
I
Some
bet
of the
it
comments
did.
think so. With Carolyn Mulhall writing,
hell?
pets know. Better
Yes, they
start
do.
praying. And it's true that many people swear that pets seem to have an easier time seeing the paranormal than humans.
What is
Number
that?
6. After receiving an alert on his phone,
Whoa.
Redditor Django Crutch is wondering if this is a shadow figure or a bug. Take a look.
Now that, I'm not too sure.
Hey, sir. What's up? What's up?
The shadow-like creature shifts upward through the Redditor's yard and then disappears off screen. Of course, Redditors have their theories.
It's always a it writes it's always a bug. George Ananda disagrees with writing. I'd give the paranormal a good chance here. Well, it could be either one actually. It could be a video glitch too. It looks like.
By the way it moves, I'd agree it's most likely a bug on the lens.
Yeah, it might be. Then again, it might be a black mist.
But it could also be that evil is trespassing. If I were this Redditor, I would be exercising a high degree of caution. Number 5. Horatio's Wise camera captured something unexpected. A shadow figure.
Okay.
You don't even have to watch closely on this one. The shadow figure appears at the center of the driveway and slowly drifts upward. Well, this could be your usual suspect, a bug. I've seen a lot of bugs on the lens videos, and this one feels different. The shadow is a lot darker for starters, like the absence of light, and the way it slowly drifts is unsettling. It's safe to say that this one's no bug, it's a shadow demon. Number 4.
Right.
A woman feels sorry for her cat because it recently lost its best friend. She begins recording a Snapchat after she notices her cat is meowing, like it's looking for its companion, and feels sorry for the little guy. That's when she accidentally records something terrifying. The head of a shadow figure peeks out from the foot of her bed just before her Snapchat ends. Her only remaining cat is all white, so that's not it, and nobody else is in the house with her. The size of this shadow figure's head looks small, more like an animal than a person, so maybe this was the cat she recently lost, which happens to be a black cat, by the way. To me, it looks like it wants to climb into bed with her, just like it always has, and perhaps the other cat was meowing not out of loneliness, but because its friend is back again. Seeing how she claims to have felt watched all week, I'd say it's a strong possibility. Number 3. Beware of the shadows. When at Donovan Mill, the historic mining site in Silver City, Nevada, has a reputation, and it's not a good one. At least one documented incident of someone taking their own life has been recorded there. Perhaps it's the spirit from this unfortunate history that lingers in the mill. Posted to the Chills Narrator subreddit, Facts by James TV writes, at 24 minutes 30 seconds you could see a shadow-like figure down the hallway. At the very same space it is known to be haunted by a spirit named John. That is very protective about that area. At the timestamp in question, you can see what James is talking about. He said he felt a presence, so they stopped and shined the flashlight down at the end of the hall. A small shadow figure appears there. Casting light down that way doesn't make it disappear.
Yeah, let's roll that back.
There's 30 subreddit history that lingers in the mill. Posted to the Chills Narrator subreddit. Facts by James TV writes, at 24 minutes 30 seconds, you could see a shadow-like figure down the hallway. At the very same space, it is known to be haunted by a spirit named John that is very protective about that area. At the timestamp in question, you can see what James is talking about. He said he felt a presence, so they stopped and shined the flashlight down at the end of the hall. A small shadow figure appears there. Casting light down that way doesn't make it disappear. What do you think about this creepy catch? Would you have the guts to venture down the hall to investigate?
No.
Number 2.
No.
This scary doorbell video is from the Chills Narrator subreddit, and it was posted by Tay Harley Quinn. They say their camera has never acted weird before, but for some reason this mysterious shadow figure, transparent and paranormal, is traveling at a high rate of speed behind a truck at random. Some people say this is a person on a bike, while others say it's somebody running, but most agree that this video is paranormal from the looks of it.
Or it could be someone on a
People
skateboard.
say that this is a glitch, but fail to go into much explanation, even though I would like to hear more. Until then, I think this could be a real ghost sighting caught on home security camera. What you're about to see defies explanation and might just haunt your dreams. What's interesting about this image is the creature it showcases. I'd be staying far away from this thing, and that's a promise. This image is currently trending in the Spanish-speaking YouTube community.
Yikes.
I came across it on a popular YouTube channel that creates content in this language, and I wanted to share it with you. It's a great example of how unique elements of horror can be found all around the world, each with its own twist. So, what do you think it is? And more importantly, do you think it's real or just a clever effect? Let me know down in the comments.
I think it's an effect. I think it's somebody in a costume.
I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like this video and hit subscribe in the next 5 seconds? Because I upload 4 new scary videos every week. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. Number 1. When you have video proof from not 1, but 3 angles, it's hard for paranormal deniers to say it's all in your head. Posted by one Ocelot4 to the Ghosts subreddit. The Redditor caught the strange shadow in his kitchen on a security camera. He said the window shutters were down, and nothing in the kitchen was turned on. He also mentioned in the comments that he sometimes feels cold spots in the hallway, and his security camera often goes off when he leaves the house. Whether you believe in the paranormal or not, the following footage is hard to explain. The clip shows a large, dark shadow flash past, falling over the kitchen entryway for just a moment. Not only has the uploader captured this footage from one vantage point, but he has all 3 cameras on it, and they all show the creepy shadow flicker past. What in the world could be creating this terrifying effect? Those in the comments have plenty of theories. Redditor Mr. Mesquite says it's obviously a ghost writing. Very harmless unless you are harmed. Good luck. Well, many note that it could be something casting the shadow from outside through the windows. The Redditor reiterates that the shades are closed. So who do you choose to believe? Is there a practical explanation? Or should this Redditor bring in a medium and scope out the situation? As another Redditor suggests, whatever happens, I don't think I'd be entering that kitchen for a while.
Yeah. 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 Good point. I think it's about time you get your house cleansed, buddy. Alright. Alright. We did it, guys. Alright. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Oh man, we've been at this for 2 hours. Oh, it's 1:04 a.m. I need to get some rest because I've got a busy day in a few hours. So yeah. Chojin, thanks for being in the chat. I don't know if you're still there or not, but thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. For those of you who were not able to join the chat, for those of you who are watching this now after the broadcast, hey, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna call it right here. I'm gonna head to bed, or at least I'm gonna try to get some sleep. All right, that's all for right now, guys. I'll try and make some more videos this week when I'm not working, or when I'm not trying to find work. So good night, guys. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, you guys stay safe, you stay awesome, stay cool, stay creative, don't give up. All right, guys, I'll see you later.